Good morning, all. Well, it's probably not going to be morning by the time this video puts up, but it's morning for me right now, and I'm drinking my cup of coffee, and I'm enjoying my morning by filming this video. And this video is about my college choices, because last Thursday, to be exact, I filled out my college application, and it's gone, sent out. I mean, I still have plenty of time to redo my choices, but I kind of wanted it to be my final draft. And I have my 10 choices for college, and I'm only going to get one of them, and it just depends on my results for my leaving cert, which one I'm going to get, which I obviously hope for number one. And today, I'm just going to go talk to you about what they are, and it's a very simple video, because we will like simplicity every now and then. And this fine, beautiful, sunny morning, which I don't get a lot because for the past few days it was not sunny, and I'm having my cup of coffee, and we're going to have a simple sit-down chat video about my college choices. So without further ado, let's begin. So, I have my college choices right here. I have a screenshot of it because I don't want to log into the actual website right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from 10 to 1. I want to build up the pressure, even though probably half of people who are watching my video right now know what's my number 1. But who cares? I'm still going to start from number 10. And starting off from number 10 is Business Studies in Beauty and Spa Management in LIT. And it's a very random course for me, but I don't know, I just decided to be like, why not just put in, just as number 10, I don't mind putting that down there, like I won't be so against getting that course. So that's why I was like, okay, number 10, maybe I'll put that down. So it just was a random course, I just wasn't scrolling through all the courses that Ireland has to offer. I just saw that course, I was like, that doesn't sound too terrible, so I just put that down as number 10. Like, I don't have a big interest in spa and beauty, but it's just there, I guess. Some bit of it there, like, you know. And it's in LIT, which most of my courses are going to be in LIT. Number 9 is Business Studies with Event Management, and that only occurred to me recently when I started researching a lot of courses in Ireland, and I came across event management, and I looked what actually event management is, and it really kind of caught my attention. And this is Business Studies with Event Management in LIT again. I had one in Dublin, but I changed it to LIT because I don't really want to go to Dublin. But yeah, event management really caught my attention when I was looking at a video of a graduate in Dublin, and she was talking about what this degree has to offer to her after she graduated where she is now, and she was talking about how she is an event manager for music festivals, and I was like, that actually sounds pretty interesting to me, that I could actually be in event management for like music festivals or some fashion events or something like that. Like, it doesn't sound too terrible to organize events. Like, obviously it's not one of those big careers, but it doesn't sound too terrible, so I could put that down as number 9. Number 8 is Creative Broadcast and Film Production in LIT again. Why is everything in LIT? I don't know. Great chord. I like the choices in LIT. And this probably has to come because of my YouTube site. Since I am a YouTuber, not a good one, not a popular one, but still I'm a YouTuber. And what's the name? And this is a film production, which kind of ties in on what I am doing right now, and it's filming videos and doing the lighting, doing the camera setups, editing everything, doing the thumbnails and everything, so it kind of ties in. So that's where it kind of comes across why I have this course down here. It's my only course in terms of film production, and it's not that I'm aiming for film production, that I want to be like doing all the film production, be a broadcaster or do video editing or film editing or stuff like that. No, it's just some of my options. I need to have my options opened to a lot of things, and here's all my 10 choices that I can have my options open to. And you know, when I was looking at it, I kind of got really interested looking at the modules, looking at the course content. I was like, that's kind of actually catching my attention, because I'm really interested in, like, because they all do like Photoshop, photography, video editing. Like, I'm not interested in like camera angles and like camera setup and all that, but I am interested in like video editing and photography and like Photoshop and all that. That's what really caught my attention. I was like, okay, I can put that down as my option. That doesn't sound too terrible. Number 7 is Creative Media and Interaction Design, and then there's two degrees with it. It's either Digital Design or Music Media Tech, and I'm obviously going for Digital Design because I have no interest in anything in terms of music. Like, I do music for my leaving cert, but I have no interest of moving on to a music career, or like not a singing career, but anything to do with music, it doesn't really interest me. And this one was kind of hard for me to understand, but I eventually kind of got it. And by the way, this is in UL, so it's kind of a change, so it's in UL, University of Limerick. If someone like in America is watching, UL is the University of Limerick, and LIT is Limerick Institute of Technology. Should have put that out there earlier. But anyway, and this one was I was really hard, like when I was reading the course, I kind of found it difficult to understand what they actually are going to do, but I finally got it, and it's probably something to do, well, it's not probably, it is to do with like social media, graphic designs, media, stuff like that, and interaction design is probably, it's just about how you will find out how people interact with like Instagram or like Snapchat and stuff like that. And that's what really caught my attention, because I did have interest in social medias. And yeah, I do have like an interest in like this Instagram and Snapchat, like social media kind of a thing. That's kind of interesting me in somewhat way, because I'm really big into Instagram, and like social media is a big part of life right now, and it's a big part of my life since I'm a YouTuber. I'm on Instagram, well, Snapchat is a more personal thing and just text there, but Instagram and YouTube are my biggest things, I guess. And I really kind of have an interest in working in a social media app if it comes to it, if obviously I don't get my number one. But obviously I hope for number one. Alright, number 6, I skipped one. Number 6 is Graphic and Digital Design in AIT, which is at London Institute of Technology. And you probably won't be surprised. I mean, if you're surprised, you really don't know me. And I do have an interest in graphic design because I do graphic design all the time for my YouTube channel, and I do have a big passion for graphic design. It really interests me, and I really want to get better at it, because my skill is like at level 1, but I want to be at least at level 3 by the time I get to college. But obviously that's not going to happen. But if I do get into a graphic design course, I do want to get up there. Like, I really want to learn Photoshop. I really want to I really want to get better of what I'm doing, because right now, to me, it kind of looks messy when I do graphic design. And when I look at someone else's work, I'm like, Jesus, why are they so good? And mine is so messy. But that's my kind of personality thing. I just compare myself to other works, and I just doubt myself, and everyone says that's a really big problem. And I do understand it's a big problem, but I can't help it. When I'm an artist, I draw, and then I compare my work to someone else's work, and I think my work is shit and their work is amazing, even though if I go to that artist, and they will think that my work is actually brilliant and their work is shit. So it's just an artist kind of a personality kind of thing. So yeah, number 6, graphic design, and I do have a big passion, and I really won't mind getting into. Obviously, as I said, I won't mind getting in any of those courses, but obviously I have levels. So that's why I would definitely prefer to go into level to get my 6th option than my 10th option. But anyway, graphic design. But the problem with that course is I need a portfolio for it. Obviously, I'm working on a portfolio, but probably the difference between the portfolio I'm working on and the portfolio they're looking for is they're looking for a digital portfolio. So it's all about graphic design and graphic work. I do have graphic design works to show them, at least, thank God. And I don't know if they'll have it this year, but they have an option about doing a workshop. Obviously, with COVID, I would know if they will have it this year, but they do offer a workshop instead of a portfolio to get the points that they need, because they do, with the portfolios and all that in Ireland, they require a hell out of amount of points, and I'm not going to go into the point system to explain to Americans or English people how points work in Ireland, because that's a lot of things to explain. Number 5 is design in Letterkenny Institute of Technology. What is it, LYIT or something like that? But anyway, and this is it's not just design. It's first year, it's common entry, where everyone does the exact same thing, and then you choose in your second year of college your degree. And I am looking into fashion, as in Letterkenny has to offer fashion and promotion at level 8. And by the way, all these colleges, I should have said at the very beginning, I'm really bad at this today, aren't I? It's probably because I didn't finish my cup of coffee today. They're all level 8, and they're all going to take 4 years to study. Just putting that out there right now. Anyway, so I'm choosing this as my number 5 as a design, and then in the second year I'm hoping to do fashion with promotion. And I'm not sure if in first year they offer you to, I think they do, you can dip your toe into every course before you actually choose the course you want to do on degree you want to pursue on. But it really caught my attention because it's obviously a fashion course, and there's not a lot of fashion courses in Ireland. There is some, but there's not a lot. And this is just one of the options that I really want because I really want to do fashion. Number 4 is first year art and design, and that's another one, and this is in Dublin, NACD, National College of Art and Design in Dublin, 4 years, level 8. And this is, I've been up and down, I'll explain later, but the number 4 and number 3 keeps going up and down between me because I can't choose what place I want to put them. But anyway, right now this one is the number 4. And this is another kind of a common year where you go in and you do everything and then you choose what you want to do in your second year. And for me, it's again fashion. But I forgot if Letterkenny offers it, but I know Dublin offers it if I want it. Also, they offer graphic design, so I could either go for graphic design or I can go for fashion design. And those are the 2 routes I'll have to choose between if I get one of those courses. And I'm hoping to get at least one art option, and obviously I will either choose graphic or fashion, depends what will look more appealing to me once I'm in the course. Because right now I'm fashion, but then I'll be like, right, when I'm actually in the course, graphic design might look more appealing to me while I'm actually doing the course instead of fashion design. And this is where decisions have to maybe be made. Number 3 is home ec and religion teaching, and that's completely somewhere random out of me. But if you don't know, obviously art's number 1 and my favorite subject, but home ec is on those top lists as well. I really enjoy home ec, and I wouldn't mind being a home ec teacher, home ec and religion teaching. And those are so. A first year of art in Dublin and home ec are just up and down. Like right now home ec is number 3. When I filled out the form, I put down home ec as number 4, but then later on in the day I changed it back to number 3, and I keep changing it back and forth, and I don't know where to fill this, but I probably eventually will know where I'm going to place it. But yeah, number 3 right now is home ec and religion teaching up in Sligo in St. Angela's. And it's a very random course, and it's going to be a hard course because it requires like 450 points, and 450 points will be hard to get. But I'm aiming for really as best points I could possibly get. Like, you know, I'm aiming for those 500s even maybe, but that's obviously hard to get, and I'm probably not going to get it, but I'm still aiming for it. I'm trying to put in my study. And I am really like, I wouldn't mind being a home ec teacher. I really wouldn't mind being a home ec teacher, and it is high up there. Like, it's my number 3 right now, but I might bring it back down to number 4. I don't know yet. And yeah, home ec teaching and religion. Like, obviously I don't want to teach religion. I have no interest in religion, but I just have to choose religion because there is the other options is home ec and biology, and I don't do biology, and I have no knowledge of biology. And then the other one is home ec and Irish, and I'm so bad in Irish, and I'm ordinary level Irish, so there's no way in hell I'll be able to do home ec and Irish. So the only option I have left is home ec and religion. So yeah, number 3 maybe will be down to number 4 is home ec teaching. It's 5 years actually. Home ec teaching is actually the only course down there that is level 9, and it is 5 years because there's 1 year extra that you have to take to become a teacher. Number 2 is interior design and LIT for 4 years for a level 8 course. And if you didn't know, before last November, before I went to an open day in colleges, interior design was number 1. Always number 1. It was my top priority, always aiming for interior design. But once I went to the open day, it changed. It completely changed my views. But right now, interior design is still at number 2. I really have a big passion for interior design. If you didn't know by my room, I have a really big passion for interior design, and I do want it as a career. Like, I was even thinking about doing a second degree. Like, if I get my number 1 option, fingers crossed, if I graduate in that degree, I am even thinking about getting a second degree in interior design. Like, I'm really thinking about a second degree. And because I have a really big passion for interior design, I won't mind having 2 degrees in terms of what I want to do as number 1, which you will find out in a minute, which I know a lot of people do know what it is, and second degree in interior design. I have a big passion for color schemes, for decorating, for finding solutions in terms of how to place furniture, how to make the area more cozy, how to make the space more, like how to make the space bigger, how to organize things. I have a big thing for organization. Like, I do have my room is kind of cluttered sometimes, but that's just how life goes on and you can't do anything about it. But every now and then, like once a week, I'll just go around and clean up the whole room, and I make it more organized, and I do a little bit of designing. So yeah, interior design, my biggest passion, and that's why I said now down as number 2. And the big reveal as number 1, which all of you probably know by now. Number 1 is art and design in LIT. to be clear, more LACD, Limerick School of Art Design, but that college is part of LIT, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. And it's like the Dublin one, and it is common year. You go in, you choose your modules. As I got told, I think you choose 3 modules, and I'm choosing fashion design, obviously, graphic design, obviously, and film, video, and photography is number 3. And then out of those 3, I will choose the area of where I want to go in my second year of degree. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be fashion, but then at the same time, if graphic design look more appealing to me, I might choose graphic design. I don't know. It depends what will look better for me. And why is that number 1? It's because I've been to the open day, I've been to the actual place, I've seen the whole place, I got a tour of the place. I really like the atmosphere there. I really enjoyed myself there. Plus, it's in this specific college is in the top 50 colleges in the world in terms of fashion. So that's why I'm really looking forward to it, and that's why it's my number 1. Is because I never saw the Dublin College. I never got to see the open day there, and I probably won't see it until if I actually get the course because of COVID. But if I do get Dublin, I'll be kind of disappointed, but I won't be so disappointed because it's still an art college and I still will be able to do fashion or graphic design. But Limerick is more appealing to me. That's where I want to go. And the reason I don't want to go to the Dublin one is because it's Dublin. Dublin is expensive. Dublin is big. Dublin is scary. I have no interest in Dublin, but I still have to put down. I still have one college. I still have one course there because there's not a lot of art. There's not a lot of art courses in Ireland that I can choose from. There's not that many. And only 3, and the 3 I mentioned are the only ones that do fashion. I know there's still other courses that, like Griffith does fashion, but Griffith is a private college and it's a completely different story to applying to Griffith. And I don't think there's any other places that do fashion. Maybe if you know any, correct me, but right, those are the 3 that I know that do fashion, that are Caney, Dublin and Limerick. But anyway, Limerick is my number 1, and it was always my top priority since last November, since I went to that open day. And I fell in love with the place, and I was like, this is where I want to belong, this is where I want to go, and this is where I'm aiming for. So right now I'm working my portfolio. I am hoping for the highest points for my portfolio. Then I'm going to do my leaving cert, hoping for the highest points in the leaving cert. And if I mix them 2 together, I really pray that I'll get in there. And that's it. Those are my 10 choices, and number 1, you probably knew. I built up the suspense for nothing, but if you didn't know, that's what it is if you're watching me from like America or England or something. But yeah, those are my options. Most of them are artsy, and there's that one random with home ec teaching, and the number 10, number 9 is business with like event management, spa management, really random, but most of them are artsy. What a surprise. But yeah, those are my 10 choices of what I was hoping to get in. I'm hoping to get into number 1, obviously. And then, obviously, if I do get into my number 1, I graduate there, hopefully, if I'm good at it. Obviously, I really have high expectations for myself, don't I? But obviously, I'm hoping to graduate with a degree. I am hoping to get a second degree in interior design, but obviously, that's a whole other process, and that's a whole different story to apply now as an undergraduate, coming from leaving cert from 6 years straight into college. And then it will be completely different if I want to get a second degree, because I will be postgraduate because I'll already have a degree in myself, and I won't be able to get the financial support that I would get now, and it'll just be a whole other different story. But I'm hoping to get a second degree. If I get into my first option, I'm hoping to get a second degree in interior design. And yeah, those were my 10 choices, and it was a simple video. You might have not even watched this video. I couldn't care less. I just did it for people who will enjoy this, for myself, and just for my people who like to watch me. And yeah, I'll see you whenever I upload a video next, and cheers to a lovely cup of coffee in the morning. Bye.